Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy good morning to you wherever you are. A great honor has come to our people. Nancy Randolph Davis, the first African American student to be admitted to Oklahoma State University, has been honored by having a new OSU student housing unit named after her. An additional honor, Oklahoma State University has set up 3 scholarship funds. The Nancy Randolph Davis Freshman Scholarship, the Nancy Randolph Davis Continuing Student Scholarship, and the Nancy Randolph Graduate Student Scholarship. This is a phenomenal honor for our people, honoring a deserving pioneering woman, educator, civil rights advocate, and a humanitarian. And this morning, we are dedicating our entire program to Nancy Randolph Davis. And this portion of our program is being made possible by Gates Barbershop. Gates Barbershop is located at 2609 North Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And it's time for you to get that haircut. Let me tell you, on tomorrow from 4 to 6, the NAACP Youth Council will honor Nancy Randolph Davis with a T. And I'm going to be telling you all about it because I want you to be there. Today, congratulations to Nancy Randolph Davis. It's coming in from hometown, 2001 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, where you can shop to midnight. Congratulations to Nancy Randolph Davis from Tom's Barbecue, 2504 Northeast 10th Street in Oklahoma City, where you can get that delicious barbecue. Merlin Hildreth, your independent Allstate agent, says, congratulations, Mrs. Nancy Davis, on this honor. Not only is this an honor for you, it's an honor for all of us. Congratulations to Nancy Randolph Davis from Chauncey Shardina's Daycare, 1643 Northeast 50th Street and 2611 North Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. A bit of sad news. Mrs. Leola Ford's brother died yesterday at 4 o'clock in Dallas, Texas. And Mrs. Ford, Leola Ford, a teacher, a member of Holy Temple Baptist Church in Oklahoma City, lost her brother. Now be sure and take the right information. Lost her brother in Dallas, Texas. Her brother was a well-known businessman that worked for a cart company, traveled all over the world, showing different kinds of fruits and speaking for his company. And today we extend our sincere sympathy to that entire family, the Martin family. Yes. Well, the NAACP Youth Council and Freedom Center Incorporated proudly invites you to the Nancy Davis Reception Tea tomorrow from 4 to 6 at Freedom Center, 2609 North Martin Luther King. They say, to God be the glory. John Pettis Jr. is the president. Coco Thomas is the secretary. Well, tomorrow, Bruce Fisher, the cultural diversity curator for Oklahoma's Historical Society, will be the MC. The flag will be carried by that eminent David Duplessis. Holly Schumer from Langston University will be here to sing the national anthem. And our own, one of Mrs. Davis's students, will deliver the prayer, Geraldine Downey. One of Nancy Davis' faithful patrons, Rosetta Coleman, will sing God Bless America. And then there will be presentations, historical impersonators, Phyllis Wheatley, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Frederick Douglass, Madam C.J. Walker, Mary Bethune, Mary Anderson, Ada Lloyd Scipia, Linda Brown, Hattie McDaniels, A Black Mother, Rosie Parks, Martin Luther King, the rest of the story and the truth about Nancy Davis. Now, I'm going to tell you who all will be participating in this, and you can put it together. If you want to see who's playing what, you have to come there and see. Brittany Carter, Coco Thomas, Marilyn Hildred, Taylor Carter, Reverend Keith Carter, Gloria Mathis, Caris Roth, Lydia Jackson, Dina Red, Evan Williams, Joy Ahmad, Maxine Stale, Bosie Walker, Michael Edwards, Burley Nero, and you haven't heard anything till you see Betty Wedgeworth. Look Where We Have Come From will be delivered tomorrow by Holly Shomo. Now we come down to some very important part of it, because tomorrow Mrs. Nancy Davis will hear from two of her students. One will open the tea with a prayer, and the other one, Reverend Kenneth Harrison, will close it. Now, I want you to know one thing, and I want you to get it straight. If you love Nancy Davis, don't wait until she dies and then come in with your resolutions and your cakes and your potato pies. I want you to do it today. I'm going to give you the opportunity today like you have never had before. I'm going to give you the opportunity to talk about your teacher, Nancy Davis. And Joyce is on the telephone. Hello, Joyce.
Hello?
Yes.
This is Joyce.
Okay, now, you know, I have a lot of Joyces. I have Joyce. Turn your radio down. I have Joyce Kimbrough.
This is Joyce Mitchell Kimbrough.
Okay. And I have Joyce Jenkins and Joyce Henderson. Okay, let me hear from you.
I am Joyce Mitchell Kimbrough, and I am one of Mrs. Nancy Randolph Davis's more mature students, and she probably wouldn't want me to tell you exactly how mature, but I've known her a long time. And I was living in the community when Miss Davis came out here to start teaching, and she was, I wouldn't say she was a fast little thing, but she just knew where she was going. And she was pretty, and she wanted us to be graceful, and she tried to teach us all that, in addition to the home ec skills that she was teaching us. Well, Mrs. Davis has been out here for 40-some years now, but she's never slowed down. She is still active in the community. She is the sponsor, the faculty sponsor for the Dungee All-School Reunion. Whenever we have meetings, she's always there. Her input is always great. And Mrs. Davis has a knack for getting money out of people. And when Mrs. Davis calls you, Mrs. Davis has called me when I would have sworn I didn't have a dime to my name. And Mrs. Davis wanted money for something, not for herself, but some of the many things that she's involved with. And I managed to find $25 or $30 that I didn't know I had, because Nancy Davis is active, and I know that she's doing this for a good cause. And I want to congratulate Mrs. Davis for all of the good years that she has given us. I can't tell her how much I, and certainly my family, appreciate her in this community. And we're just really proud of Nancy Davis today.
Okay, will you be at her reception tomorrow?
I intend to be there with bells on.
Okay, well, I would like to read an invitation here. Oklahoma State University is proud to honor Nancy Randolph Davis. Please join us for the naming and dedication ceremony of Davis Hall Residential Life Facility, Saturday, December the 8th, 2001, 4 p.m. Now, let me tell you, there will be a reception and a tour of the hall to follow. Thank you, Joyce.
Oh, thank you so much, and congratulations, Miss Davis.
Oh, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Miss Reverend Parker?
Hello.
How are you? It's a beautiful day, and I know you're smiling because you had the opportunity to work with Nancy Randolph Davis.
Yes, I did. I consider her one of the finest teachers that I've ever met. And she also lets me call her my sister. And I really feel that way about her. She is a person that never stops. You talk about energy. I've never seen anyone besides someone else I know that has as much energy as Nancy Davis has. She just continues to work in all sorts of organizations promoting education, like, for instance, the NAACP Youth Council, and she's always involved in raising money for scholarships to give students that are going to college, particularly students who go to college at Langston. And what she doesn't know, soon she'll be working with another organization that's just being born called Operation Scope. SCOPE. That means State Organizations Promoting Education.
Mm-hmm.
Just got incorporated about a month ago. Was founded by the Reverend W.B. Parker. We have a goal set to raise $100,000 to be divided between Langston Urban Center and the OIC, Opportunities Industrialization Centers. And so I know that she'll help me with that because she's always been willing to help wherever education is concerned. She is an outstanding educator.
Will you be in Stillwater when she receives this honor?
I plan to be there.
Well, we'll see you tomorrow because you know you're one of our great supporters of NACP Youth Council.
Yeah, that's from 4 to 6.
Right. It's go. You come in and you can leave. Okay?
Yeah, it's a come and go affair.
Yes, but it's something. It's something. Thank you, Reverend Parker.
Okay.
Give me my flowers while I live because I want to smell my flowers. I have another one of my Joyces on the telephone. Joyce? Hello? Where's my Joyce? Oh, well, I got Joyce Henderson. I got Joyce Jenkins. I got Joyce. But here I have Joyce. Hello, Joyce. Hello?
Hello,
Yes.
this is Joyce Henderson.
Yes, that's one of my Joyces.
Yes, and I just want to call and say congratulations to Nancy Randolph Davis, who's like another mom, just like you are, and because of your leadership and guidance, we are successful citizens here in the state of Oklahoma and in the United States. And I'm very proud of her.
You're proud enough to come to the tea tomorrow?
Yes, I am that proud.
Okay, you're proud enough. What did Mrs. Davis really teach you?
Well, first of all, she's from the hood. She taught at Dungy. I'm a graduate of Dungy High School, and of course attended Dungy all of my years, grades 1 through 12. I took home economics under Nancy Davis, and of course, you know what all that would entail. I wasn't the best student. Today, I'm still not the best cook, but we learned life skills in her class. And also, she was one to visit your home because part of the requirement in her class to keep your home clean. You never knew when Nancy Davis was going to visit your home, so I was very conscientious about keeping a clean house. And I've carried that on in my adult years. My mother liked it because she didn't have to stay on us as girls to keep the house clean because she knew we were going to do that just in case Nancy Davis stopped by. And we got a grade on how well we kept our homes. But I've had the opportunity to be a part, or she's been a part of my life ever since I've graduated from high school. She's been there for us, and you can't ask for anything more than that. In my education career, she has also been a part of that because I can always, and I mean always, depend on Nancy Davis to support me and support the educational causes, regardless of the time, day, she's there.
Well, that's very kind. You will be there tomorrow.
Yes, I will.
Well, Joyce, thank you so very kindly.
Well, I just want you to know Nancy Davis is like a bunny rabbit. She keeps going. I don't know where she gets all of the energy, but it's one thing I want to say about her. She doesn't do it for herself. She does it for others. I heard someone else who called in and talked about how she collects money to help other people, and she has been doing that as long as I've known her. Miss Fashionetta in our Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, she helps, I call the person who cannot do it for themselves. She helps those persons, and that's what I love about her because she puts herself always second to help others. And you don't find too many. She doesn't want the glory for it. She does it without expecting any glory for it. And so she lives a life that I think many of us can we can use as a role model. And of course, she's like I said, she's like another mom, like so many of my Dungy teachers. Thank you.
And thank you so very kindly, Joyce.
All right.
That's my Joyce Johnson Henderson. It's time now for me to give you some chitlings. And today I'm going to give the first bunch of chitlings who can call me and tell me what church is Reverend W.B. Parker pastor. I know you heard him talking about Nancy, but I want to know what churches he passed. Do you know? Well, I have here in the studio one of Mrs. Davis's students, Geraldine Carr Downing. How are you?
Hi, Mrs. Luper. You always so uplifted and so enlightened to be around.
I'm just glad to be alive. Tell me what you know about
Okay, I'm going
Miss
to tell you
Davis.
what I know, but can I tell you who's the pastor of the saint? Oh.
No, you cannot do that.
Okay, I can't do it. All right, then. But I'm here today to pay special tribute to a woman who is certainly desirable, Mrs. Nancy Davis, my home economics teacher at the Great Dunjee School. Miss Davis, I want to congratulate you. And you know what your relationship and mine is like. I always have a great time when I'm in your presence. But today, I'm going to give you your flowers while you yet live. I'm just going to say a few kind words so you can hear them and feel the beauty that they bring. You know, one writer said he'd rather just have one little old flower than a truckload of roses when he's dead. And you have certainly demonstrated being a wonderful, wonderful teacher. Many, many things that you taught me, and you know some of the things, sewing, cooking, and talent shows. Do you recall the talent shows? Do you remember the time when we walked away being winners? And you are still a winner in what you are doing now. You started out being a winner, and you're sure not a loser. And we just thank God for you. I thank God that my daughters had an opportunity to work with you and Miss Fashionetta. Yes, don't you remember that? So many wonderful things about you. And I heard someone say a few moments ago, you need to slow down. I think about Henry Wilson. When her and I chat on the phone, she'll say, well, there go Miss Davis just speeding, and I just pray for her. So you got a lot of people that love you and praying for you. And it was a joy to hear Pastor Parker's eloquent voice over the phone, my homeroom teacher. And I sit here beside my history teacher and Nancy Davis, my home economics teacher. I'm just full of happiness over these great people that's still in the land of the living doing mighty works. But you know, God can help us do mighty work. Everything is possible if we trust God. And this is where Miss Davis get all her energy from an almighty God. He said when we weaken strength, he will give us energy. And he sure does that for her. We thank God for all of these outstanding educators, Miss Luper, Pastor Parker, and Nancy Davis. Congratulations. You know what I think of you. You know that I love you. And I pray that God will just extend your life just many more years to come. And listen, I'll see you on tomorrow. Now remember, I love you, and God loves you more than you can imagine. Miss Luper, you have a beautiful day, darling.
Thank you. You're so smart. You know, I was going to ask you if you would be at the tea tomorrow. I better ask you again.
You know I'll be there.
Well, thank you so very kindly.
Look, if I'm not there, honey, you will come and see why I'm not there.
I
You
sure
certainly
will.
will.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
Okay, we are talking about Nancy Randolph Davis, and I'm going to give some chillings away today. But I have another one of ours, Sharon Patton, on the telephone. Sharon, how are you? Hello, Sharon? Okay.
Did he say Sharon?
Sharon Patton has called. Okay, well, anyway, one mistake. I made a big mistake last week. I thought that OU would defeat OSU, and I would like to apologize. I made the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. Hello? Hello? Do I have it? Hello?
Okay,
Okay.
looking like Daniel.
Words of wisdom I needed. Okay, Fluke, I'm waiting.
You ready?
Yes, I am ready.
The best way to get even is to forgive. That's it. The best way
Wait a
to
minute,
get
Fluke.
even
The best
is
way to get
forgive.
even.
Is to forgive.
Okay, thank you, thank you. The best way to
Congratulations
get
to Nancy.
Uh-huh.
Congratulations to Miss Davis.
You know Nancy?
We went to school together.
Where?
Langston.
The best. Oh, great, great.
Mhm.
And you're congratulating us today.
Yeah, I'm congratulated Davis.
Well, Nancy, the best way to get even is to do what?
To forgive.
To forgive. Thank you so very kindly. The telephone number out here is 6721200, and I've got to give away chitlins today. Not only chitlins, I got to give away a gift certificate from various people, from the Adams and Sons Barber Shop, 1520 Northeast 23rd Street. They extend to you holiday greetings. Lamar said he wants to see you. 1736 Northeast 23rd Street, where you can buy all of your beauty supplies. You need some soul food. Go to Stale's Restaurant, 1100 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. This is Clara Luper. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Rome Park is the pastor of St. James Baptist Church in Spencer, Oklahoma.
What is his name?
Reverend W.B. Parker,
You're exactly right. And what is your name?
Helen Beard.
Helen, you are right, and I'm going to give you 10 pounds of chitlins. That was sure a good answer. Thank you, and Calvin will get your address and everything, so be sure and give it to him. I'm not going to give it out on the telephone.
Okay.
And out on the radio. Okay, then. Thank you so very kindly for calling. Today we are talking about Nancy Davis. Tomorrow from 4 to 6, there will be a reception given in her honor, and you need to get there on time. And let me tell you something else. There will be presentations made by her sorority tomorrow, Mrs. Dorothy Cox, who's the bosselist or the president of the AKA sorority in Oklahoma City. There will be a presentation made by the Amigos Club, of which Rosetta Coleman is president, by the NACP, of which Mr. Roosevelt Milton is president, the NACP Youth Council, Mr. Pettis, your county commissioner. Oh, everybody's so excited about it because it's a great honor for our people that Oklahoma State University is naming a housing student union after Nancy Davis. Now, some people say to me, Clara, why do you emphasize black history? Well, why do you emphasize other kind of history? You know that Columbus discovered America. I'm going to give you some chitlins if you can tell me that black man that was with Columbus when he discovered America. Let's see how much you know. Well, I've always taught my children to learn their history because one thing is sure, if you're black, you're born black, you're going to grow up black, and you're going to die black. I'm a blackologist. I was born black. I was a black tot, a black teenager, a black adult, and when I die, there'll be another black one gone. The telephone number is 672-1200, and we are congratulating Nancy Davis today. But tomorrow we will be there celebrating from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and then a bus load from True Vine Baptist Church is going to Oklahoma State University to see history, to see Nancy Davis, to see the smile on her face when they dedicate and name a residential life facility after her. That's Saturday, December the 8th, 2001 at 4 o'clock p.m. Clara Luper. Hello?
Hello,
Yes.
Miss Luper.
Yes.
This is Eddie Faye Williams, president of the Plant and Garden Club in Spencer, Oklahoma.
Yes.
And I'm excited about the honor that's being bestowed upon Mrs. Nancy Davis.
Oh, great.
I've known Mrs. Davis for many years. In fact, I did my student teaching under the directions of Mrs. Davis. And I can truly say that she has given us a foundation to live on. Many things that I do in my life now, I think back to the teachings of Mrs. Nancy Davis.
Well, are you coming to her tea
I
tomorrow?
will be there. I definitely will be there, Mrs. Luper.
And you're president of what club?
The Plant and Garden Club of Spencer, Oklahoma.
All right. Well, thank you so very kindly. I'm telling you, we are talking about Nancy Davis today, and I'm giving away chitlins. I want to know. And I ask you a question. Who was that black man that was with Columbus when he discovered America? Okay, Clara Luper, hello.
Hello. The black man that was with Columbus when he discovered America was named Magellan.
Oh, no, Magellan was not black. Get off of this telephone, girl. You know Magellan was not black. Well, anyway, this is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and this part of our program is brought to you by Carl Carbon, who's selling those houses. I want you to call Carl Carbon. The telephone number is 427-8311, and tell him you heard it on the Clara Luper Radio Show. Well, today we extend holiday greetings to you from John Temple of Temple and Sons Funeral Home, 2801 North Kelly in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. That telephone number is 427-8321. Would you like to get a real good haircut? Well, you can go to Adams and Son, 1520 Northeast 23rd Street. And if you answer a question right, I'll give you a free haircut. No, I'm not going to do it, but Adams and Son will do it at 1520 Northeast 23rd Street. And I do have a free haircut from Gates Barbershop, too, if you can answer a question. Now, I've put a question out there, and I'm waiting on you to answer it. I don't know whether you can answer it or not, but I know today I'm dedicating my program to Nancy Randolph Davis. Now, my next question, I have one out about Columbus. Nobody's answered that. And Calvin is coming in. He's real excited. But I am excited because there are some houses for sale. Why don't you buy you a house? Let me tell you something. There's a house for sale at 1308 Northeast 45th Street. I want you to look at that. 2-bedroom house, formal dining room, 1 bath, 2-car garage. I want you to go to 1308 Northeast 45th Street. Well, I have another house here, 213 Northwest 84th Street. 2 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms. I have a beautiful house in Musgrave, 712 Northeast 81st Street. They have 4 bedrooms, clean, good looking, and priced at a price that you can afford. Well, maybe you're interested in a home at 2137 North Kellum. I'm talking about what Mr. Corbin has at 427-8311. Or maybe you want to live out on at 1912 North Cherry Street. There's a 2-bedroom house out there for sale. Call Mr. Corbin. Or maybe you want to go way out on Northwest 113th Street. They must sell it, a 3-bedroom home with 2 bathrooms. But there's a house at 9417 Northeast 44th Street. 3 bedrooms, 1.5. Oh, you got to see that house. It's for sale immediately. There's commercial property at Northeast 18th and Martin Luther King. The Portwood Williams Furniture Store would make a nice church building with some modification, and it's priced very low. Give them an offer. Why don't you call Carbon at the telephone number is 427-8311. Well, we are talking about chitlins. We are talking about gifts. And I want to ask you a question. I have some questions out there. December the 1st, 1955. What happened on that day? December the 1st, 1955. Tell me and I'll give you some chitlins. Oh, those chitlins for Thanksgiving was out of sight. Calvin, how are you this morning?
Mom, I'm doing terribly well. And, these aren't just chitlins you're giving away. These aren't just chitlins. These are from hometown IGA, Northeast 23rd and Martin Luther King. And I mean, they are good. They're good after they're clean. A little work involved. And it's been a very interesting week because those people that have been winners on the Clara Luper radio show have thoroughly enjoyed their chitlins, and they've had a ball with it. But it's such a pleasure, such a joy to be here at the Clara Luper radio show once again at our new revamped studios here. But we'll tell you more about that, Mom. There's some good things happening on the other side. Charles and Dale and Howard and the entire staff here have been working hard to not only to improve our getting out ability, but to improve our working around ability. So I'm going to pat the staff on the back because it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be listening, and I know you wouldn't have an opportunity to tell that friend, tell that neighbor that they had better listen to the Clara Luper radio show because not only are there chitlins, there's a dinner from Tom's, there's a dinner from Stale's, there's Tom's Barbecue, that is. There's some other prizes.
Don't tell it all, Calvin.
Don't tell it all, Calvin.
Because we have someone on the line that won't tell us.
I won't tell it all, but then thank you, caller, for being a part of the Clara Luper radio show on the first Saturday morning in December, 2001. We know that you are listening, and we're anxious to hear what you have to say.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Amerigo Vespucci was with Columbus.
Oh, no.
That's enough names, but that wasn't the right one.
No.
She had Amerigo Vespucci.
No, I know who she's talking about, but he wasn't with Columbus.
He wasn't with Columbus. Was anybody with somebody black was with Columbus? But Mom, we have another caller. Let's see if this caller has the answer.
Good morning.
Good morning.
In 1955, Rosa Parks bus broke out in Montgomery, Alabama.
Rosa Parks did what?
She bus counted in Montgomery, Alabama.
She bus? I don't understand those words. She did what?
Boy count in Montgomery, Alabama.
You're right. Who is this?
David Hall.
David Hall, you're right. You're a winner
right.
every week.
David, thanks. Just hold. No, you don't have to hold on the line.
You know Nancy Davis?
Yes, I do.
Okay, tell me about him.
She's one of the most beautiful young ladies that attend True Life Ministry Church. She's a very sweet lady, and she's going to be honored tomorrow.
Will you be there?
I will not be there.
Well, what are you talking about if you're not coming? David Hall?
I'm right here.
David Hall?
But I'm going to call to support her.
No, we don't need that kind of support. We need your presence or your money, okay?
Okay.
One of the could you imagine David Hall saying what a great person she was? But I will not be there. This is Clara Luper. Hello?
Mom, I want to remind everyone that good things happen when you listen to the Clara Luper Radio Show, especially if you're able to get in on the line and to become a winner. Thank you for being a caller. How are you doing?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter. I am Secretary of the NAACP Youth Council, and as Secretary, I am inviting everyone to come and join and participate the NAACP Youth Council every Monday night at 7 o'clock. And I guarantee you will learn something new and learn something that you would like to know. Also, the Christmas season is coming up, and keep this in mind. Jesus is the reason for the season.
Okay, well, what about the big affair tomorrow?
Tomorrow we have a tea from 4 to 6 for Miss Nancy Davis because she is having a housing unit, 3 scholarships named after her.
And so when you go down to OSU, you'll drive by that housing unit and you will say, that was one of my teachers.
Yes, I will.
Okay, I understand that she was teaching you all how to use knives and forks and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, she does. Miss Nancy Davis teaches us table manners and all sorts of manners. She teaches us how to host a party, how to host a date when you have a date.
Well, you aren't thinking about a date, are you?
No, I'm not.
Well, thank you. Keep growing.
That's good. Coco, you talking about Coco going by the dormitory that will be named after Nancy Davis. She may be, if she chooses to go to a school like OSU, she may be just staying in that dormitory. Wouldn't it be something? And to know the person's name, to know the person whose dormitory is named, who the dormitory is named after, that would definitely be an honor. But one thing about it, Nancy paid a lot of dues, and during that time of being there at OSU, I know that there were a lot of things that she went through that she mentions a few oftentimes when you listen to her talk, but I'm certain that she doesn't tell it all. And that was some difficult days, but she's a survivor, and she's a specialist in surviving. And she took her knowledge from Langston to OSU, and from OSU here to all of us in Oklahoma. Thank you, Aunt Nancy. Beautiful lady, beautiful auntie. I love it. Okay, Mom.
Okay, we are talking today about Nancy Randolph Davis. And you are calling me and you say, why don't I talk about somebody else? Why don't you talk about somebody else? Do you know anybody else that a university in a state like Oklahoma, which is part of the solid segregated South, that would name a housing unit after a black person? Well, you shut your mouth. Hello, this is Clara.
Hello, I'm Ruby Meadows Moore, and I'm calling to congratulate Nancy Davis, my teacher, for everything that she did for all of us at Dungy, because Nancy was a teacher that went beyond the call of duty. Because of Nancy, I'm able to make my grandchildren's Christmas presents.
Really?
Yes, Nancy really taught us how to cook and how to sew. She is a teacher that we will never forget because she went beyond the call of duty to do everything that she could for all of us.
Will you be at the reception tomorrow?
Yes, I will, and I just want to congratulate Mrs. Davis and say that we love you.
Well, isn't that wonderful? Well, give me my flowers while I live, because when I die, I cannot smell them or see them. This is Clara Luper, and today I'm giving you an opportunity to talk, because tomorrow you're going to see some impersonators. And when I tell you...
Some impersonators? What do you mean?
Some impersonators. You will see and you will feel the spirit of Phyllis Wheatley, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, and on all wrapped up. This is Clara Luper.
Oh, you're saying that there will be a program going on at
of course.
at the Tea for Nancy.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Hello? Hello?
No, Mom, that's not, we haven't asked a question. We still got the one question out. Let's ask another one.
Questions.
You got two questions out?
We have 2 questions out, yes.
Okay, well, let's throw another one out, but someone might be able to answer that one.
Who wrote the lyrics to Lift Every Voice and Sing? I want the full name. Who wrote the lyrics to Lift Every Voice and Sing? The telephone number is 672-1220. Yes, that's it. Well, I want to know who wrote the lyrics to the song Lift Every Voice and Sing. I want the full name. And let me get all these questions out. What was the last all-Negro regiment in the United States Army? The last one. This is Clara Luper. Hello.
Yes, I have the answer.
Who is this?
This is Coco.
Coco, what answer do you have?
James Weldon Johnson.
You're exactly right. And Coco is going to get some chitlins. Coco, I can see you cleaning those chitlins. Thank you so very kindly. Oh, well, that one's out, Calvin. I did pretty good on that. But you haven't seen nothing. You haven't seen nothing yet.
Mom, you did pretty good on that, but if Coco could answer the question, it must not have been too difficult a question. Is that
It
right,
was
Coco?
difficult. No, don't
Coco's
tell-
a
don't tell
big-time Millwood
Yes,
third
we
grader,
know.
second, fourth grader.
Okay, I'm not. I
Got
want to know
fourth, but
what
at least they are answering. You are getting your questions answered. But Mom,
no, okay, I ask a simple question.
Columbus.
Who was with Columbus? What
everybody
black?
know Columbus had a black
Oh,
man
see,
with him that helped lead the way, help
Columbus was
bridge the
Italian.
gap between the Indians,
Okay,
the Italians, and all
okay,
that.
Calvin,
But
would you
Mom,
have someone on the line?
will you explain to me this before we go to the caller? I mean, how did Aunt Nancy get a building named after her? What procedures was that, you know?
Oh, well, you want to know that? You got to come to you've got to be at Oklahoma
I can't
State
find-
University
I
on
can't
Saturday,
find out
December
how.
the 8th, 2001, and you come down tomorrow. Now, when you come to Freedom Center tomorrow, you will have the opportunity to see the people that's putting it together. And let me tell you something. I'm going to let you in on a secret. Lady Ruth Hunter is in charge of the refreshments tomorrow. Mrs. Marie Weekly is assisting her. Kissy is somewhere decorating that area, and you come in and you just wait and you'll learn something that you've never seen nothing like that T tomorrow, because it's an impersonality. It's impersonal. It's outstanding. And if you want to know about Nancy Davis, don't ask me. Just come tomorrow and hear Betty Wedgeworth, one of Mrs. Davis's students, and hear Holly singing "Look Where We Have Come." She wrote that for Langston University, but she's going to sing it tomorrow. Okay, I'm ready. Do I have someone that with an answer? Hello? Hello?
Hello, this is Leota Hannah, and I just wanted to say a few words about my good friend Nancy Davis.
Oh, she's your good friend.
Yes, and she's always helping somebody, and we travel together, and she's just a wonderful person. I just had to say that about her.
Oh, good. But will you be there tomorrow?
I sure will.
Oh.
I'll be there. I always go and support my friend whenever I can.
Okay, great, great, great. I know I have some friends, and I have some white friends, all three of you. I have some Indian friends.
Well, you are my friend too, Miss Luper.
Okay, well, thank you so very kindly.
But at least your friends smile when they see you. I have some friends that when I see them, they don't even smile. They be frowning and stuff. Are you happy to see me? I don't know, Calvin. I don't know. But then I
Well, I
realized
tell you
that
who
they
will be happy to see you, Lamar.
Lamore.
Mr. Moore at 1736 Northeast 23rd Street, where he's selling those beauty supplies. And I'm going to give you a gift certificate to go down there and pick up some, if you know the answer to the questions that I'm fixing to ask.
This is one of those good questions.
This is
Lamore's
what was
beauty
the
supply.
last all-Negro regiment in the United States Army?
The
And there are a
last-
lot of Army people walking around, oh, I'm this. Did you know one time you wasn't allowed to get in the Army? And you should thank God for the NACP, because look through our resolutions and see how you got there. I would hate not to know my history. I would be just like a blind person. This is Clara Luper. Hello?
Good morning, Mrs. Luper.
Good morning.
This is Larry Fugate with the Dungy All School Reunion.
Yes.
I understand that you're honoring Mrs. Nancy Davis today.
I am saluting her today. Nancy Randolph Davis is being honored by Oklahoma State University. I'm just getting the word out.
Well, I could not let this day pass and not say something on behalf of the Dungy All School Reunion, because Mrs. Davis means so much to the Dungy family.
Okay, how much?
Mrs. Davis taught out at Dungy High School. She was a home economics teacher out there, and probably without her knowledge, there would not be a lot of great cooks in the world today. And not only was she a home economics teacher, but she took the time just to spend time with children. In fact, still involved with children in the PTA out at Star Spencer High School. So she has been an educator all of my life, and is still an educator. And we're just thankful that she's still a part of the Dungy All School Reunion. She is a backbone on the planning committee, and she keeps us going.
Really?
She does it there.
Will you be at her tea
I
tomorrow?
will be there.
Okay, how about down to OSU?
I will be there also.
Are y'all really chartering a bus?
We are taking 2 vans down to OSU to be there with Mrs. Davis for that event.
Well, go on with your bad self.
Dungy All
And
School
you are the
Reunion.
president.
Yes, I am.
Mr. President, I would like to thank you, and I know tomorrow you all going to present something. And we got a period. We don't need a lot of talk. Do your talk today.
That's right. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you,
We
Larry.
appreciate the opportunity.
Okay.
Mom, you know, you mentioned that there will be a presentation tomorrow during the tea for our Nancy. What time will that be?
I don't give out all my information.
I'm
It
thinking
will be
of
from 4 to 6.
4 to 6. So I get there at 4. Will
You
I
just
walk
be
right
there
into
to
the
take some
presentation?
pictures.
Okay.
You just be there to take some
We have
pictures.
to talk about that. Aunt
Okay.
Nancy wouldn't mind me not taking pictures, but
I
I know
won't-
she'll love it if I do.
I want to know what happened on December the 7th, 1941. This is Clara Luper. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Ashton Benito was with Columbus.
Would you repeat that, please?
Ashton Benito. I might not be saying it right.
You're saying it right. Go on, say it.
Ashton Benito
Was with Columbus
was with
when
Columbus.
he discovered America.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is your name?
Joyce Hall.
Joy. Oh.
Okay,
Oh,
Joyce.
Okay, Joy.
You have it.
Yeah, you went
Do you know
Joy.
Mrs. Davis?
I sure do.
Tell me what you know about him.
Okay, she was my homemaking teacher also with Ruby. And she taught us how to sew and how to cook. And she's just a wonderful lady. She really is.
Will you be there tomorrow?
Well, I won't be able to make it.
Well, what are you talking about, Joyce? You won't be able to make it.
No, ma'am.
Well, if you can't make it, you send something up there to show her your love, okay?
Okay, but I'll make it to Stillwater.
Oh, you're going to Stillwater.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Thank you,
There's
Joyce.
a winner,
You're
Joy
welcome.
Hall.
Okay,
Another
Joyce.
winner, Mom. That's what to do. Okay.
Okay,
Coco's
Joy.
a winner. Joy's a winner. Okay, you have another question out there, and we do have a caller that is ready to try to answer that question.
Okay,
Thank you for
here
being
we
a
go.
caller. Wait,
Hello?
we have one.
Hello.
Yes.
I would like to answer the question, the one that deals with December 7th,
Okay.
Japanese bomb Pearl Harbor.
You are exactly right. And what is your name?
My name is Wilma Ray.
Wilma Ray. All right. Okay, here's another question that's
Thank you,
going
Wilma.
out now. Who was president when Pearl Harbor was bombed on December the 7th, 1941? Tell me quickly, please, because I got to get all my questions in.
Well, Mom, this
And
caller.
I've got to tell you
This
that
caller's
tonight
ready.
I'm going to be with the missionaries.
You what?
I'm going to be with the missionaries
Wait.
tonight. We're in an evening of elegant dining and fashions with Page Memorial Missionary Society.
Oh, okay.
I will be with the missionaries tonight. Oh, my gracious. Along with Elder Craig, along with Missionary Jackson, Missionary Craig, Mrs. Loretta Campbell. I will be there tonight.
You will be there tonight. Now,
Yes. I'm going to be the
that's-
guest speaker for the
okay.
missionaries tonight.
Okay, that's at Page Memorial Missionary Society will be hosting this event. And it's an evening of elegant dining and fashions.
Tell them
The
where
theme
we
is
can.
committed to the course.
To the cause.
To the course.
Committed to the course.
You wrote the wrong speech, Mom. That says
No.
committed to the course.
Sure, the course. What's the difference between the course and the cause?
I
Someone's
don't
on the
know.
line,
We'll
Kevin.
find out
Hello?
tonight.
Hello?
I want to answer your question for December 1st, 1955.
That has already been answered.
Has it? Thank you.
Yes.
December 7th, 1941.
Yes, that has been answered. You can tell me who was the president.
Roosevelt,
What Roosevelt?
Franklin Delano.
You are right. And what is your name?
Milba McDaniel.
Miss McTanya. Thank
Who was
you
that?
so very
Okay.
kind. And you will give Calvin and Charles your address. Boy, we are going along today.
Hold on, I'll be right over there. But, this evening of elegant dinner, that's going to be at the Coles Garden, 1415 Northeast 63rd Street. The theme, of course, is committed to the course. And, Mom, you're right. Elder John Craig will be there. Missionary Barbara Jackson. Missionary Penelope Craig. Loretta Campbell will be presenting a musical selection. The guest speaker will be introduced by her daughter, an outstanding Allstate insurance agent Merlin Hildred, and District Missionary Bernice Jones will be there, and a processional of missionaries will be there. Mom,
But
you got
our bishop will be there.
And I'm happy for her at this time. And I love her very much. I want her to know that if she's listening. She already know it, but I want everybody.
Well, I want to know will you be at the reception tomorrow.
If it's the Lord's will, I'll be there.
Okay, don't be like that line from Brother President. When we ask a man if he would go picket with us, he said, well, what I'll do, if the Lord tells me to go, I'll go. Well, the Lord didn't tell him to go, and he didn't come. Well, you've talked about Nancy Davis. I'm going to tell you something. Nancy Davis was kicked out of the Sit-In movement. You know, Nancy had a temper, and she was down to one of the places trying to sit in, and somebody hit a student, and Nancy was ready to fight. I said, Nancy, go home. And she went home.
But she had another role that she played very well in the sit-in movement, and she still is very active in the NAACP Youth Council and other organizations. But Mom, we're running tight on our time. I think we have time for one more quick caller, and then we'll close on out of here.
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Luper.
Yes.
This is Donna Neal Thomas. I am a former student of Mrs. Nancy Davis.
Are you that Dr. Thomas?
Yes, ma'am.
She always brags about you.
She is so wonderful, and she meant so much to me. She was such an inspiration to me and our whole class. We were her first homeroom class when she came to school teach at Dungey. And we just followed her career, and she just continued to open doors for us.
Will you be there tomorrow?
Tomorrow, now, what time will it be? At 4?
From 4 to 6.
I certainly will.
Okay, I would like to thank all of you, and Nancy is so kind in this procedure. There will be a donation at the door. She's trying to help to keep the lights and the gas and the water and everything on at Freedom Center. This is Clara Luper. Now, Calvin, hurry up and sing.
Mom, I got to hurry up and sing because I have some very important people. You heard Sister Blasingale talk about her granddaughter birthday being today, but then I also have another birthday. Berlin Nero's birthday is today. Then, of course, there's my dear cousin Patricia Germany, and also her grandson's birthday is tomorrow. So, Pat, Anthony,
Kevin,
Berlin,
sing out of your heart.
and Sister Blasingale, granddaughter. This song goes out to you, a very special arrangement of Happy Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Pat, Anthony, Berlin, and Sister Blasingale's granddaughter. And may you have many, many more.
We'll see you tomorrow. This is Clara Luper saying, I do love you. Stay out of trouble. I'm sick of people killing and fighting. Bye-bye. Let's love each other. And thank all of you that have called today. And if I have been rude to you today, I've enjoyed it. Bye-bye. I do love you.
We'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to the Clara Luper Show. Join Sister Clara Luper here each and every Saturday from 9 until 10 at your number one gospel station, KTLV. And until next Saturday, may God bless you.
And the views and opinions expressed on the preceding program were not necessarily those of AM Radio 1220 KTLV.
Father, I need